Okay, let's go through and file this BOI report for Bob's Plumbing Services. So we're going to go to fincen.gov/BOI. We're going to take it right here. What we're going to do is we're going to say file a report using the BOI e-filing system. Okay. And then we're going to go to get started. And it's saying, hey, how do you want to do this? Do you want to file a PDF? Do you want to file it online, or this is some technical API stuff? Okay, we're going to go to prepare and submit BOIR on the online one. Okay, so it takes us right into here. So we already have all of our information. So what type, so under the filing information, it's what type of filing are we doing? So we're filing an initial report. Okay, we'll pre-fill the date that we're doing this. You can read through all the privacy notices, things like that. We're going to hit next. Okay, what is the reporting company's legal name? RK Enterprises, LLC. What's the alternate name? Okay, this is another name for a trade name or a DBA. It's Bob's Plumbing Services. If your company has any additional DBAs, okay, you can click on this, okay, and you can add as many fields as you want. We're going to hit remove. Okay, what is the tax identification type? Okay, are we putting in an EIN, that employer identification number, a social security number, or an ITIN, which is an individual tax ID number? Okay, or is it a foreign tax ID number? So for Bob's Plumbing Services, it's an EIN, and the one we're doing is 32. Under here, you don't put in that dash. Okay, it'll give you an error if you put in that dash. Okay. If you were a foreign reporting company, you would select the country that tax ID number is associated with. Where is the country of formation? Okay, we're in the United States. It was formed in Texas. Okay, if your reporting company was formed under a tribal jurisdiction, you would put in that information right there. Okay, what is the physical business address? 1231 Astros Avenue, Houston, and that's in the United States, Texas, and 77007. Okay, all the information that we had. Now we're going to click next. Now, this is, are you an existing reporting company? So you're only going to check this if your company was in existence prior to January 1st of 2024. So remember, okay, you will only click this button if your business was in existence prior to January 1st of 2024. Okay, so this is the part where we're actually putting in information about the company applicant. Okay, so if your company was in existence prior to January 1st of 2024, you do not have to report information on the company applicant. If your business was formed on or after January 1st of 2024, okay, you will not click this button, and instead you will go through and you will add in the company applicant information for your company. Okay, since Bob's Plumbing Service was formed in 2009, we're going to click that we're an existing reporting company, and it's going to bring up this field right here, and it says, hey, if you've put this in, then all of the company applicant fields will be cleared and disabled. Do you want to continue? We're going to hit yes. Okay, so we can't put in anything under here. Okay, so that's right. And then we are going to hit next. Now we're going to go in and add the beneficial owners. So for Bob's Plumbing Services, okay, there are 3 beneficial owners. Okay, so these are drop-down fields, can get kind of confusing. What we like to do is we like to add in how many total, we like to click this button, add in how many beneficial owners there are. So we're going to click 1, and then one more. Okay, so we've got a total of 3. Okay, so now we're going to go in and we're going to add in the information for each beneficial owner. Okay, this is, if you remember that exemption. Okay, so if we're going to click in, if one of the beneficial owners is a minor child, you can add in the parent or guardian information. If you have a FinCEN ID, you can put that in here. Okay, you can put that in here instead of putting in all this other information. Okay. If your entity is exempt, which this one's not, you can click this button. Okay. But let's go and enter in Bob's information. So his last name is King, first name is Robert. Okay. You're not required to enter in the middle name, although we do. Okay. His date of birth, 1/23/1965. His residential address, 348 Main Street, Houston. Whoops. It's in the United States, in Texas, and 75269. I have no idea if that's a Houston zip code. We made it up. Identifying document type. Okay, he's putting in a state issued driver's license. Document number is 1234532. In the United States, it's a Texas driver's license. And then you have to put in the document image. So for this purpose, we're just going to put in our logo here. Okay. So that's the first one. All right, close that. Okay. Now let's put in the second person. This is Mark Smith, who's the Chief Operating Officer. Smith, Mark's middle name is Aaron. Date of birth, 3/10/1972. You have to put in the it's month, day, year. You have to put in all 4 years, and you have to put in the I can't remember what they're called, slashes. I can't remember what they're called, but you have to do it just like that in that format, or otherwise it won't take it. 1697 Walnut Street, Houston, United States, Texas, and 75269. Okay, he's also doing a driver's license number 98464566. And we'll just put this in here again. Okay, now we're going to add in the CFO, who is Gerald James Johnson. Born 4/20/1979. Address 5987 Oak Drive, Houston. I was using a U.S. passport for this one, 589741565. Okay, because we selected U.S. passport, obviously it auto selects United States of America, blanks out the other fields. Okay, now we have all 3 beneficial owners in there. So we've got Bob, Mark, and Gerald. Now we're going to hit next. Okay, now it says, now we're going to submit this. Okay, complete all the fields below before submitting. Bob, let's say it hit bobsplumbingservice.com, bob@bobsplumbingservice.com, Robert King, certify I'm authorized to file this BOI report on behalf of the reporting company and further certify on behalf of the reporting company the information. Agreed. So this is the compliance reminder, the willful failure to report complete beneficial ownership information, willful failure, or the willful failure to false or fraudulent beneficial ownership information to FinCEN may result in civil or criminal penalties. A person may also be subject to civil or criminal penalties for willfully causing a reporting company to report incomplete or false beneficial ownership information to FinCEN. Okay, so we made sure that everything was accurate and correct. Okay, I'm going to hit I am human. Okay, it's going to ask you to do one of those things. So we need to find a cat with a basketball. Okay. So we've got a couple basketballs. Okay. We hit next. Basketball, basketball, basketball. Verify. Hey, I'm human. And then you're going to hit submit BOIR. Now, we are not going to do this because this is not a real company. Okay. But what we are going to do is we are going to show in the next screen what's going to happen next, because you're going to submit this, and then you're going to have a opportunity to download the transcript, okay, of the beneficial ownership information report. Okay, so we're going to do that. And then, but we're not going to submit this one because this isn't a real company. But if assuming this were a real company, you would click submit BOIR, and then the next screen would allow you to be able to download the transcript. And you want to download that and you want to save it and keep that for your records, because that's all of the information that you initially submitted for this BOI report, and you'll keep that for your records. Okay, so now we have submitted, assuming we hit that submit button, we've submitted the BOI report. Okay, we're not done. Okay, we're going to go through on these next sections. We're going to go through how to manage changes of information and how you keep your company in compliance on an ongoing basis.